Friends, I would be taking up a little bit different subject, and I would like to speak in English because that would make the subject more broader to the peoples of different languages. The subject is not specifically related to any particular treatise of yoga, Vedanta, Tantra, Purana, or any of the Gospels of Hindu philosophy. Not related with anything of the great personalities Buddha, Krishna, Rama, even Jesus or Prophet Muhammad, nothing of that kind. I would like to put forth you a proposal to think over. That is religion versus dharma. You all know that generally when we fill up our forms, application forms for job, for school admission, for railway booking, and so on, there is a clause of religion, and we write Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, etc. etc. But I am not talking of that. We have accepted religion in a general term. And if you ask for a precise translated word of religion in Sanskrit, in Hindi, in Bengali, it will be dharma. Actually, dharma is no translation of religion. Dharma cannot be the synonym of religion. And that's the topic of today. And that topic is religion versus dharma. We would like to discuss, we will continue discussing in 2-3 episodes about religion versus dharma. What is religion versus dharma? What is religion? First we have to understand and we have to realize. Christianity, Deen-e-Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, these are all religion. Why these are called religion? Because it has derived from a particular person's gospel teachings and faith. It's a faith that what Jesus said, though Christianity divided, there are Catholics, Protestants, many, Islam, Sunni, Shia, Ahmadiyas, and so on and so on. You would like to say that your Hindus are also having several sects. No. We Hindus are not having several sects in one sense, and we are also having several sects in the other sense. Why? Hinduism is a geographical term, as you all know. The sins, the Hinds and the Hindus are resembling terms. So it's a geographical term. The people who used to practice a certain religion in a certain or particular land in a defined geographical area is called Hinduism. Christianity has no defined geographical area. Christ was born in Asia. Christianity invaded Europe. Muhammad, the Prophet, was born in Middle East and Arabian countries, but it spread in Europe, it spread in Asia, it spread in Africa. Buddhism went to a vast extent of land in different countries covering China, Japan and many places. But the term Hinduism, as it relates to a particular geography, it is confined to a particular place, the land, area where it is practiced. But it's not the question of Hinduism. When I'm talking about religion versus dharma, I'm talking about all the religious faiths, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, all the religious faiths that evolves from a particular persona is religion, and the versus is the Sanatan Dharma, the Dharma that doesn't evolve from a particular person. You straight go and ask a Hindu, can you name a person who stands for Sanatan Dharma in your vision? He will simply say, if he is a Ram Bhakt, he will say Rama, Jai Shri Ram. If he is a Vaishnavite, he will simply say Hare Krishna. If he is a Shaivite, he will say Shiva. If he is a Shakta, he will say Kali, Bagala, Chandi, Durga, etc. etc. But you cannot, if you ask a Christian, she will say one name, Jesus. If you ask a Islamic, a Muslim, he will say one name, Nabi, Prophet. If you ask Buddhist, he will say one name, Buddha. But in Sanatan Dharma, you cannot say one name. We adore and worship avatars, the incarnations. Who are they? Are they mentors? Had they made this religion? They followed this religious path and was exemplary personality. So people follows them. But who created this religion? The simple one answer is no one. I don't want to go and say that God has created this religion. Because the very existence of God, as worshipped as a deity, is not the ultimate factor of this religion. The God here is not an identity. It's without an identity. That's the Vedanta says. So what's wrong? What wrong we make while we say that my religion is Sanatan Dharma? No. My Dharma is Sanatani. That's the right word. Because you cannot name a person, single person, 1, 2, 3, you can say that these are the person who created this religion, because this Sanatan Dharma was never created. It was never created. It was there. It was there. The truth The truth was always there. It was there during the creation of this cosmos, Brahmand. It was there before the creation of this cosmos. It is needless that it has to be practiced. The question doesn't relates to be practiced. The question relates whether it existed or not. What existed? And what will go on existing? What will be there forever? And what was there forever? Anadime Anantame? The Vedanta says no person, no entity. It's consciousness only. So this religion doesn't confine itself with physical things. The metaphysics starts after the physics, where the physics ends. And this metaphysics had never started and shall never end. It's a question of interpretation. Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, has a very large sphere of activity because they have many sects that have derived from the interpretation of Vedas and Vedanta. There are several gods, 33 types of gods, 33 types of gods in Veda. They were deities. People worship them for material things, for power, to defeat the enemy, to earn money, to do all these things, to get material benefits out of life. But the consciousness is not there. Everything in this world is a part of the consciousness. Everything. The human being, the animals, the plants, everything. And that consciousness is a variable fixed that has existed before the creation, that exists along with the creation, and that shall go on existing after the complete destruction of this cosmos. And during creation, during the existence, we offer prayers to the existing feature of Sanatana Dharma. What are the existing features in Purana? People don't used to understand what is this great lofty ideas. What are the lofty ideas? It's consciousness. You are consciousness. Your furnitures are consciousness. Your pet is consciousness. Your everything here is consciousness. That is living and non-living, all are consciousness. So what is consciousness you would conceive? Nothing. It's not being conceived by the general people, common people. So what they did? They find out some symbols. For creation, it's an activity. Upanishad says it's Hiranyagarbha. Puran says it's Brahma. The existence after being materialized, the Puran says it's Vishnu. And when the destruction takes place, the Puran says it's Rudra, Maheshwar, not Shiva. Shiva, we the Shaivites believe. Why we are Shaivites? Because our deity is Shiva. We follow a deity. We take this deity as a symbol of the consciousness because we cannot conceive consciousness. So, this religion, this is not a religion. This is Dharma that holds. It's a conglomeration of thoughts, pyramidically reaching the top at the one point. That is consciousness. Now it's a question of interpretation. Whether you are an Advaita, you go by Shankara. Whether you are a Vishishta Advaita, you go by Ramanujacharya. Whether you are a Dvaita, you go by Madhavacharya. You go by Ballavacharya. You go by Nimbakacharya. You go by Srikant. They have all interpreted Brahma Sutra and Vedanta in their own manner. That's a question of interpretation. And they go. Suppose a Vaishnavites. You are a Ramanujites. You are a Ramanandi. You are a Gaudiya. You have your own interpretation. But you never and never can say that I am Sanatana Dharma and they are not. Because many Hindus in this world, many men of scientific temper, research, believe that Jesus died in Kashmir and Jesus was a yogi. Buddha hails from a Sanatana Dharma concept. He has many similarities with it. So he is a part of the greater Sanatana Dharma. Though he doesn't comply with all the verses and ideas of Vedas. So this cannot be a religion because it does not fix itself with a persona. And recently there is some development for last many few years. If you go into the history of Europe, the present situation, studying it, you will find that there are increasing numbers of non-believers. What are the non-believers? Secular. They don't believe in particular religion. They are trying to explore life in the aspect of science. And there are very minute sections, but they are coming up. That they want to restore the pagan ideas of their own gods, the Hellenic ideas of the Greece, and many such ideas of their respective zones and countries. So all are in a search of their own identity to depend. And that must suit your scientific temperaments, because this is an age of science, technology and advancement. So what to do? The Vedanta can give you the reply. If a person believes in Jesus, I am not talking of a Christian. If a person believes in the noble ideas, the idea of peace and love of Jesus, can be a Sanatana Dharmi. If a Islamic believes, a Muslim believes in namaz and prayer, I am not talking of the detailed nitty-gritties of this practices of the Islamic rules. But if he simply believes that I wish to pray and I wish to fast, you can be a Sanatana Dharma. You just simply try to eliminate, or rather forget for some time your ritualistic parts. You are one with the consciousness. You are one with the glory. You differ in ritualistic parts and nothing more. There is nothing more in it. How you pray, how you worship, how you keep on rituals, how is your lifestyle, what you eat. You are a beef eater or not, you are a pork eater or not, you are a vegetarian or you are a vegan or you are a non-veg. Oh, you are a non-veg, I am a vegan, I don't touch my foods. Both are the Hindus. You eat pork, I eat beef. I eat beef, you eat pork. No, don't come in touch with me. You forget this ritualistic part. You practice it. I am not telling that you should disobey the ideas of the religion, your gurus, your peoples who have shown you the way. But I simply want to say, forget it for some time. What is humanity? Humanity does exist in Sanatana Dharma. You get two things. You study Vedas, you get all your material beings. There are so many gods, so many rishis of Vedas, Vamdev, Vashishta, Vishwamitra. No one, not one Jesus, not one prophet, not one Buddha. Several. What they did? They are seers. They have not written the mantras, the passages. They have realized the truth of life and they have explained in their own ways. So what we have to do, what I call to do, I call to create a platform. Suppose you in a social media platform, you can write anything you like, in support of anything, against of anything. So let us create a platform of Sanatana Dharma. You may believe in any deity, folk deity, tribal deity, Vedic deities, Puranic deities, Tantric deities. Okay, it should be a platform of Sanatanis. You can be Gaudiya, you can be Shaivites, Saurians, Ganpatites, whatever you like. I may teach a Kriya Yoga in a system, someone may teach in another system, someone get Trishul Yoga, someone says Sudarshan Yoga, someone forms a mission, someone forms a Shang, someone forms a Mat. What are these organized religions? These organized religions are simply for preaching their own ideals, their own gurus, their own prophets into the minds of other people. I don't believe in that. I believe for a wider platform. So let us go on for a wider platform. We will continue this discussion.